What is my pain? My pain is something that cannot be explained in mere words, for it is feeling. My pain is the recompense of never having received justice for what has taken almost everything from me. My boundaries, my worth, my feeling, my belief, my joy, my freedom, my creativity, my direction, my love, my voice, my sanctity, my responsibility, my seeing, my knowing, my divinity, myself. It is the anger for never receiving justice for what is rightfully mine. It is my lineage, my journey of healing that has led me into a dead end of power being turned upon myself. I see only what wants to be seen, for what is too painful for me to feel only continues to hide itself from me. I am but a very important part of the wheel of life, but my importance is overshadowed by my inner punishment to not overcome the pain that I hold against me. The pain of regret, the pain of losing everything, the pain of wanting, the pain of needing, the pain of receiving, the pain of giving, the pain of love over fear. It is the very makeup of my soul, of my being, that prevents me from coming to life. For should I come to life, should I create my life, I fear I will fall prey to the same mistakes, the same naysayers that betrayed and sabotaged me in my previous life. As a child, everything was taken from me. As a teenager, my dreams were squashed, burned and abused. As an adult, I was beaten, I was humiliated 1,000 times over. And all I can think and feel is how and why. Why do we repeat these cycles? Why do I repeat these cycles of suffering? What is it inside me that lands the blow of self-suffering? What is it? Who is it? The part of me that wishes to continue attaching to pain rather than attaching to the joy of life. Why do we call it mental health when really it's called mental anguish? How is my anguish justice for what has happened to me? So many questions, and all these questions have answers, but what are answers without action? Why must I continue to abuse myself in a life where everything is at my fingertips? Would you do the same? Or would you point a finger at me and say, "You're wrong, you must do this, you must do what I say"? Why have you not pointed the finger at yourself? What makes me so different from you that I would first and foremost point the finger at myself, rather than drop the suffering of my life and all my other lives at your door? Why does this cycle of love and life that surrounds me feel like everything I've ever wanted, but eludes me because of my fear of what others may do to me? Why must I rise when others choose to be ignorant? Why is it always left to me to seek recompense through being the love that I want to see? Why is my projection onto life unfair? Where is the justice I seek? Is it in sharing my voice? Is it in pointing the finger at others and saying, "He is wrong, she is wrong, they are wrong, we are wrong"? Or is it simply in the cold hard fact that I am responsible for my life? Can I not blame another? Why must I take responsibility for my life when all I have ever wanted was to express who I am? Questions upon questions. The pain of not knowing. It's undescribable, and I seek avoidance from it. Yet I am told I know. I am told I have all the answers. I just need to look inside. For my heart knows all. Love knows all. But I seek the answers outside. I ask everyone except my heart. For avoiding the heart is all I have known as a man. For I only know that I must avoid the pain of my own shame. What is the pain of my shame? It is the pain of losing my childhood, the pain of forgetting who I am, the pain of being betrayed 1,000 times over, the pain of being hurt so deeply that most people would never stand again. Yet here I am, saying yes to another round of life. Who am I? A man so brave that he betrayed his own heart. He was betrayed in his own heart. And yet here I am, standing again and again in love. As I type, as I speak, I answer myself, and it hits painfully in my ego. I am nothing but a repetitive cycle of blame, responsibility, ignorance and death. How do I break my own cycle of fear, the fear of coming out into this world to share my truth? My pure truth, or my masculinity and what that truly means? Do people know what a man is? Do they base it on Jesus? Do they base it on Buddha? Do they base it on the man who makes a lot of money? Do they base it on the man that is attractive? Yes, they do, and many other archetypes. What if there were a new archetype of man? What if I am that new archetype? But what if I'm so different that people will not understand me? What if they will not acknowledge me? What if they will not recognize me? What if all I am is a mirror for their suffering, their narcissism, their ignorance? How can I mirror that which I wish to show? How can I show people my beautiful innocence, the part of me that strokes the flowers as I stop and gaze on my walks to clear my mind from hurtful thoughts about life? A man who feels everything when he is told not to. A man who sees the litter and pollution on our earth and feels rage and pain for our true mother. The man who dreams of a world where everyone walks their own path of peace and unity. How can I show my gentleness through my ferocity? How can I teach and mentor others without preaching about how this is the way? How many more questions must I ask before I accept the truth that my life is my personal reality and only I can feel my life? I'm at a loss, and yet I have no loss, for I am it all. I am the love that I seek, yet I keep seeking answers from those who I worship, from those who I know have the answers that I seek. Yet they know that when they deliver their answers to me, they will only cause me to ask more questions, for I am just but a man seeking more knowledge. When does a man stop seeking and start feeling? When does a man take full responsibility for the pureness of his heart? When will I admit that I am magnificent? When will I discard my past as a great lesson in truth? The truth of pain, the truth of healing anything through the healing of acknowledgement of my own emotional pain. Why must I and we judge myself when all I seek is retribution of my own heart? I listen now, I receive now, for what else is there to do? But am I listening if I ignore all the advice I have been told? For what is it to listen than to take action? If I take action on what everybody has told me, am I creating my life or someone else's? I learn discernment. I ask again, what must I do? Oh yes, that's it. I must create. But what do I create? I must create my life, in the only way I know how. I must create using my God-given gifts. I have gifts, I ask? What are my gifts? They are all the things that bring me joy, and the gifts I believe I do not have, they are the most powerful ones, because I have all the gifts, yet I delay them from coming alive, for they are the ones that scare me the most, for they rely on my heart. How can I create something so beautiful from my heart when I avoid my heart, like I avoid being who I am destined to be? I am a man, but what is a man without his heart? He is a clone of destruction, a clone of what has come before. I must break the cycle. I must take responsibility for my journey. I must create my life. So much pain, so much avoidance. I will turn my attention inwards. I will feel what needs to be felt. I will learn what needs to be created. It will be excruciating, but I have no choice, for I agreed to this mission, and I love the journey. I do, I love it. But to not feel it, to not live in the present, to not feel the present moment, is to give it all away. I must find a way to feel again. I must find a way to be the man I have always dreamed of. I must live. Death falls away from me. I say goodbye to the attachments of my old life. I say goodbye to apathy, to depression, to fear. I say goodbye to ignorance, to narcissism. I say goodbye to not believing in myself, and I say hello to me, to love, to life, to my future and everything that entails. I hope this message to myself works, for I have nothing left to utter. My breath is silent as I seek answers. My breath is gentle, for it is life. I am the answer to my own suffering. I am the answer to everyone's suffering, for I am life, I am gold, I am love, and I will be the justice that I seek in the only way I know how now. I will seek justice by making my dreams come true. I will prove them all wrong, and I will do it dancing in the realms of love and magic, with a bright smile upon my face.